With its hard head, eyes all over, and hard armor, the Exterreri plunges along. The Exterreri spawns at a mountaintop in the mesa and is trying to have a plan to go down. He rushes to the first place and thinks, how will he get down to the second place? So, with all his might and preparation, he goes down and he's able to make it. Now, while he waits for the thunderstorm, he meets a vicious predator named the Vahiex. The Vahiex is a tier 5 enormous semi-aquatic creature. And it will try to hunt our little friend down. So he carefully runs past and for some reason bites the Vahiex, which angers it, and he continues to run away. But the Vahiex does not seem to care about him. The Exterreri, our little friend, is going to take a little peek at the desert oasis to see if it's dangerous. And it is quite dangerous, as it is filled with a Lactorum and an Anulus. So he must be careful while he goes on his adventure to the top of the desert oasis and climbs these giant pillars. And he watches and he stands here and decides to sit down so that he can watch the sunrise. In the distance, he spotted a Sonaria, which this will be his first enemy. He stands... Wait for him. He stands his ground by aggroing and screaming at it. Wow, what a great way to defend himself. The Sonaria is not affected by this though, as I don't know what he's doing. And then a Rayquaza attacks him from behind. So standing his ground, he attacks it with all his might. And the Rayquaza falls down. He is able to defend himself from the beast. It looks like it's about to fly back up. So he sits down to heal, but he flies back up towards him. So without hesitation, he runs down to the giant bird and starts to fight it once again. This is crazy. How is such a small creature fighting such a bigger creature? While they are fighting, the Sonaria intervenes. This infuriates the Exterreri, and he kills the Rayquaza. He eats his food, and while the Sonaria is distracted, he kills the Sonaria as well. Wow. After his victory, he lays down to rest when a Heyboctorok appears. He's quite frightened by this and tries to run away, but the Heyboctorok does not seem to care about him. And it appears that the Heyboctorok took some of his food, but that's fine, because he can't really carry it. So he shows he's friendly, and takes his carnivore carcass. But the Heyboctorok runs towards him, so he runs away. And now he goes down to the bottom, and he must be careful. He goes to the mud pile, hides inside of it, and hides his scent in the mud pile. And then he decides to try to get a drink while being sneaky, because he must hide from the two Aurorons defending the oasis. So quickly, he yoinks the water. He drinks a lot of water till he meets the Heyboctorok once again. And he runs away, escaping the desert oasis. After his escape, he decides to enter from the bridge to Flower Cove. And now, in a few seconds, he has entered Flower Cove. Don't mind it saying grassy show, by the way. In the distance, he sees a giant null rock, and he plans to go towards it, as he is kind of bored of Flower Cove, so he's going to Volcano instead. So, he uses his ability called Cause Fear, which makes enemies a lot weaker, but increasing their speed by a lot. After that, he sees the arena, and he sees a Vamura, so he must run past it. And the Norok is distracted, but the Vamura isn't. It chases him, and he runs out of stamina until a pink Corvorak saves him, saving him by sacrificing themselves to save it. He can't believe this. I don't know what he's doing though. The Corvorax dies, and now he must escape the Vamura because his friend sacrificed himself for him until the Vamura catches up to him. So he has no choice, but he fends for himself. He attacks the Vamura himself, and he's able to fend off the giant creature. This thing is truly strong, and he screams at it after, scaring it away. Wow, this creature is truly strong. After his fight, he aged up to teenager. And now he is 33. And look how cool he looks now. He has got a lot stronger tail and more armor. So he continues his plunge along to Pride Rocks. He sees his next enemy and he tries to attack it, but it's too fast and flies away. And he discovers it is called a Riprin, and it is a really fast creature. So he tries to catch his prey once again, and then it flies away. So after that, he just gave up. He just stopped trying. It was too quick for him. He gave up. And I thought this guy was strong. After this very long time of him getting to Oasis, he finally makes it. And he devotes a plan. Since he needs food currently, no, he doesn't need food actually, my bad. He just wants some food. So he devotes a plan. He will go back to the top of Oasis where he had killed 2 things. So he easily scales up this wall. He's almost there, and he doesn't see any food. That's sad. After its sad defeat, it devotes a plan on what he can do. He climbs up the mountain to find his arch nemesis, the one and only, until he sees it in the distance. He looks at it, and then he sees it flying away in the distance. So he decides to try and attack it, and he ages up to adult. Now he is a lot stronger, and I think he does 260 damage, which is a lot. So he continues his search for his enemy, and eventually he finds him once again. So he scales up the volcano to find him, and he sees it. And then the Vamura notices him and flies around him. So he's gonna attack. And then the Vamura uses his beam. So the Exterreri has to deal with this. And the Exterreri grabs it and kills it. And now he has defeated his arch nemesis. This is amazing play by him. Now it's time to get a body check. With its eyes all over its body, very long whiskers, and very long tail, the Exterreri looks down to see his prey. He sees once again the pink Corvorux fighting a Null Rock baby. So he decides to go down and help his pink Corvorux friend. And he's able to kill it. And now he is met up back with his pink Corvorux friend. He shows that he is friendly, but the Corvorux does not seem to care and flies away. What a sad loss. And all of that was the adventures of the Exterreri.